So your project is to build out a website for your industry, either the industry that I gave you or one you chose, and to build it out as completely as possible. And this coming Monday, I want to see as many completed, well built pages with as real a content as you can give me, real images, as real as possible, real text, and then I want to see your design thinking, your process thinking, and your use of coding as much as possible when building out your site. Okay, we are using a content management system. That doesn't mean you're not going to use code. Instead, the content management system as a design tool gives you a scaffolding where you can use your coding more intelligently. Had we stuck with coding, you would have been hampered and held back. But by getting exposure to a good content management system, of course, this is not WordPress, but we'll talk about that later. Getting access to a good content management system now gives you the ability to go out and deploy a real website and have code that is now being used in real context the way it would be in the real world. Okay, one of the things that you were tasked with is to allow the design of the page and the design and layout and build out coding of the site to be driven by the purpose. Okay, for example, this website here, these are contractors. They work in Charlotte. This website took about a month and a half to build to its current level of completion. It does not get a lot of updates, but with that said, it does its purpose fairly well. Its entire purpose is to drive people to contact the company in order that they can get more business. It says to drive business to them. Okay, they drive them to their phone numbers, they drive them to their contact form, and it's all about instilling the confidence that this company can do what I'm about to ask them to do. They can build out my bathrooms. They can they can build out my deck or another bathroom. They can build out my kitchen or my living room. They can do my flooring. They can do my walls. They can do the stuff that I need. They can put this porch on. Okay, the purpose of this page is to instill confidence and to drive business. Let's look at another one. This website took about a week to build. It has several pages that are empty. For example, tournaments doesn't have any real content, but there are other pages that have placement content. This has real content. This has placement content waiting for the customer to send me a photo. The equipment page has stuff about that kind of shows them what we would design this to build to look like, and they need to provide images and descriptions. This is the same kind of thing I would tell you to do. Put something there so the customer can help you fill in blanks. It's easier for them to fill in blanks than it is to simply see a white page and tell you I can add stuff. For example, this tournaments page, still not even a fully blank page. It has stuff on it. Pricing page, this is a real page. This one actually works. This one's been reviewed and okayed by the client. Okay, Join Us page, also a good page. It's been reviewed by the client, and we're going to change out this form to a different form than all the other pages will have. Let me show you one more page. This one is in Spanish, yes. All of the content here, everything was built in a single week, and we're waiting for the customer to give us content for all of these pages. We may work with some AI to kind of give him some blanks to fill in because he's having trouble filling in these blanks. So we'll give him some AI generated content that he can then edit, because it's easier to edit than it is to generate new content. And all sorts of pages have different reasons for existing. Okay, the question I'm asking you, and will probably ask you on Monday, is I see this page, I see your site. Does your design respond to the why this page and why this site exists? All right, and that's really something that can be changed over time. If it stops accomplishing what your purpose is, then that's a good cue to start working on either a redesign or at least a refresh of the content or the design or the rationale for the current pages. Here's one more. Some of you have seen this page, seen the site. This one gets tons of edits. It's edited at least once a month, if not sometimes weekly. It's been being updated weekly as of late. In fact, its last update was on April the 30th, 2025. So as of the recording of this, that was basically yesterday, okay? So on Monday, May the 5th, my goal is for you to showcase your site with as complete of content as possible, with good, solid content, and I'd like for you to be able to articulate why you made your decisions, okay? And then I'm going to give you some polish off type of critique and say, here's some things you can do to polish this off from our last meeting, May the 12th. And I hope that you enjoyed this class. I've enjoyed teaching it. I've enjoyed teaching you. And I also hope that you continue working on this project, build a new project, and begin pursuing this. Maybe this could be something that you do later on. Lastly, I want to revisit one thing I said earlier. The reason why we made the migration away from code only to doing content management is that in a content management system, it's not either or. It's not either do content management or do code. Instead, doing the content management system was an opportunity to grow your skill set in a professional, actually how people do it today. Most websites, I dare say 95 to 99% of websites are built in a content management system of sorts, WordPress being the most common. So it gave you the exposure to tools that professionals are actively using, but if you're using a content management system, you will still have to do some of that front end coding that we did earlier on. It was the ability to choose to do both rather than only one. It was a goal to get you more professionally prepared for the tools of the real world of the web rather than sitting here and handicapping you to only being able to do a little bit of HTML and CSS. I hope you've enjoyed this. As I said before, I've enjoyed teaching it, and I will see you on Monday.